Lenny!
Vinny,
Lenny, how the hell have you been?
I the hell have been all sorts of. I've been fine. It's a crazy time. How are
Yeah,
you, Vinny?
yeah, I hear you. It is a crazy time, but it could be worse. We're making it through. Thank goodness we have our health. But you know what else you have?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. I hear
I
you got a cat.
I have, and it is one of the greatest things that's ever happened to me.
Oh,
And it's a wonderful experience being, a father to a living being,
oh,
to my
cute.
lovely cat named Benny, and he has
Oh,
just
Lenny and
been.
Benny. That's so cute.
Well, yeah, because it has to rhyme, it's that's part of being in the same household.
Maybe once you get used to him, he can be a special guest star.
He will. Oh no, he definitely will. He's behind me listening, sort of sleeping and listening as well, because he's sort of, he's an apprentice
Okay,
to
but
all of this.
just don't let him be a critic, okay? That's the last thing we need.
No, 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 no,
Being a
no, no,
critic.
no. He has very he understands,
Okay.
right? Yeah, he
All
understands
right. All right. Good. But it's been a long time since we've done this. Life
it.
has got
Yep.
its way, the pandemic, all this stuff. But I'm glad we're back, and I'm glad
Me
we're
too.
can get back in the swing of things.
Yep.
So, shall we?
Episode 8.
Here we go. All right. So, for our loyal viewers, listeners, we know that the format of uh, this podcast video cast is commandments, and we're about to embark on number 6. Can you contain your excitement?
Not quite, but I can contain it just long enough to get there.
You don't have to contain it anymore because
Okay.
our next
Yay.
commandment is thou shalt not be self-righteous. Was it worth the wait?
It was actually. It
Okay.
it was. It was very much worth the wait.
So, these are the rules of social media that we talk about, and number 6 really kind of comes down to I think a lot of what social media is. It's a lot of self-righteousness, don't you think?
Yes, yes, especially these days during times when we are all very frightened and trying to
Yeah,
make sense of our world.
that's the truth, and it seems like for some people that is the natural go-to. But I
Yeah.
do want to say for our loyal listeners that it is not lost upon us that our entire podcast and videocast is built around the idea that we are self-righteous by telling other people what to do. So, so just shut the hell up. We understand. All
The
right,
irony is
let's
not
go to
lost on us. Anyway,
what's
yeah.
that?
The irony is not lost on us.
Yeah,
But
yeah, right. All right, so let's get started. We're gonna start with an example. So I'll read this one. Stay home! If you must go out, stay 6+ feet away from others. Wash your hands and don't touch your face. Shame on those of you who think getting drunk on green beer, going to church, and eating out are more important than the stability of the healthcare system, the lives of your fellow citizens, and avoiding social unrest. Absolute shame on you. You are causing this pandemic. Whoa. I mean, I was just scrolling through my feed and all of a sudden somebody
yeah.
was yelling at me.
I just see something like this. First of all, I see all caps, and I just my brain automatically shuts down and moves on. I have very sort of I have a reaction to all caps that just it's like just
Oh, you,
ignore.
you mean you don't like to be yelled at?
When you put it that way, yes, that's basically
Yeah,
it.
I think most people don't like to be yelled at. People, when they get yelled at, they don't. It doesn't make them want to be better. It just makes them want to scroll faster by, right?
Right. And
Um,
this doesn't tell us anything about how to be better or
well,
how. Yeah,
well, it does. No, he's commanding us to stay 6 feet away from each other, wash our hands, and don't touch your face. That's good advice.
that's true, but all
Um,
the stuff below it just
Yeah, it's the way it's being said. I mean, this, keep in mind, look at the date. It's March 15th. This was a time when there was a lot of misinformation out there about
yep.
the pandemic. We were getting lots of mixed messages on masks. You should wear them, you shouldn't wear them. And I think people really didn't. understand. Maybe some people understood and did anyway. I don't know. But I guess like who who is the audience here? This person's friends on Facebook, are they all really callous, horrible people who don't care about anyone? Then why are you friends with them? And if you have friends who just need a little education, then why are you yelling at them? Why
Right,
don't you educate them?
right. And then all caps, but even lowercase would be, yeah.
Yeah, you are causing this pandemic. Wow.
Because regardless of who this is, who they're talking to, that I mean, that doesn't help.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Let's move on, shall we? All right, go ahead.
Alrighty. Suburban and private school parents, if you want me to care what you think about urban school districts, you should have sent your kids to them.
Damn. Somebody's mad. About what? I don't quite know, but
I
somebody's
can't
mad.
quite tell.
Yeah, I don't know. And I don't know. I don't know. I mean, obviously, this person, this parent, is reacting to something. I mean,
Something that may be
important.
worth our time and worth thinking about, but we have no idea what it is because it's well, as in one of our previous commandments about vagueness, right?
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
We have no, we have no idea. Something happened. This parent is reacting. You and I don't have children, so this doesn't apply to us. But it may be an issue that we could vote on. And I think the suburban and private school parents probably also don't know what she's talking about. It's probably one person said one thing, and now this person is reacting and getting at the whole Facebook universe. So just a little more anger out there without,
Yep.
yeah, exactly. So this violates the thou shalt not be cryptic and the self-righteous.
Yes. Tell us what you mean.
Yes, yes, exactly. All right, we'll go on. Okay, I'll read this one. Perhaps if you are a white person with no experience doing any kind of social justice training and activism, no ongoing service work in community building, and currently residing in a non-urban setting and watching the uprising through the media, maybe this is an opportunity not to comment, make, quote, recommendations of what form of protest, quote, you would find more, quote, appropriate or, quote, effective. But is the time to commit to learning, listening, while acknowledging that your expressed opinion might be an unhelpful addition to the current conflicts?
I especially appreciate the quotes around the you, which I think is it's interesting. Um,
Yeah, what's up with that? Quote, you? Like, I'm not really me? It's kind of like, it kind of puts me in another reality. Like, am I not really here? I
a
don't
little
know.
bit of dissonance.
Yeah, it's weird. And yeah, what strikes you about this?
Oh my goodness. Well, I understand what this person is trying to say. We see this a lot in posts. I understand what the person is trying to say. They're making a point, um, but it's the way in which they're doing it that I think shuts people out of the dialogue that is necessary for us to have about these issues. It is very sort of it's very, what is the word, one track, very it's very self-righteous.
All right.
And it just doesn't yeah, I think it basically it shuts people down and makes people want to ignore the problem rather than engage with it further and learn and grow.
Totally, totally agree. I think, yeah, I think there's a lot of I mean, I think listening, of course, is important, but I think telling people to, it's like the other one where it's just like, shut the hell up, shut your stupid mouth. You know, it's like your opinion is not valid here. And sometimes expressing opinions, even if they, you know, they may be naive, that it can be an opportunity to educate. But just making people feel like their life experience isn't valid if it hasn't been lived in a certain way, I don't think that's going to help anything. And this person is basically, it sounds like, trying to promote him or herself as the kind of person that sort of has a right because this person has social justice training and activism, does ongoing service work in
Exactly.
community, and resides in an urban setting and watches the uprising live. So therefore, I am better than all of you. And it just makes me feel like I just want to keep going.
Right, right.
So let's keep going.
Let's keep going. Okay. Hi, gays! Happy Pride Month! If you celebrate Pride and are condemning protesters, shut your stupid mouth and never go again!
Ah! Wow. Shut my
Points.
stupid mouth. What did I do?
Exclamation
I'm
points
just
is right.
scrolling through. I'm waiting for the bus and I get to see this? Man.
Wow. I think, I mean, so it has how many exclamation points? I think if it had just maybe one more, it might be a little bit more. I don't know.
Yeah, one more, I think I would take it more seriously.
Right.
Because it didn't have that one more.
It's only 13, I think.
Right. And I understand the, is it 13? I understand the sentiment here. You know, but you know, there was another post that I saw that I think got this point across better. It said that Stonewall really was a riot, and it was a riot that changed history because people were being oppressed. And that, when I saw that, I was like, oh wow, that's true. And it made me kind of think about things in a little bit of a different way.
It puts it in historical context.
Yes. Yes.
And this is just someone yelling at me, and as I'm waiting for the train or waiting to cross the street, and this is just not.
Oh, I hope you're not reading your text while you're waiting to cross you're not reading your social media as you're crossing.
Oh, no. I was just trying to think of another, another thing that I would.
Right. But I mean, I don't even know, like, what are you, again, what are you responding to? Who are these people that you're talking to condemning protesters? Are they your Facebook friends? And maybe you should talk to them. And like, I really don't think many people are condemning people who are doing peaceful protests, but I mean, maybe looting or whatever. But again, this is sort of conflating the two. Like, again, to be specific, what are you talking about specifically? Don't yell at your entire social media panel.
Right.
Yeah, for something they haven't done.
And especially stupid mouth. I mean, my goodness.
Oh my God, yeah.
I mean, so insulting.
Anyway. Yeah. All right, let's go on.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I need to get ready.
All righty.
Okay. All right. Give me a minute. Okay, I'm ready. I was just checking out at the West Side Market in Chelsea. There is an eerie calm inside the store. I am packing up my bag with avocados and chameleon coffees in preparation for continued stay-at-home orders. Loading my bags, preparing to leave, and I noticed the woman behind me as a POC, that's person of color, past middle age, kind face. Her items roll down the conveyor. Visibly, I see her hand an EBT card, that's like for what food stamps was, to the cashier, and I almost broke into tears. I asked her if she wouldn't mind if I paid for her items. She smiled and accepted. She and the ESL cashier, that's English as a second language, thanked me. I waited until I got home and into my elevator to cry. Please, please, please do something kind for a stranger today.
That was an amazing performance, I have to say.
That took a lot
yeah.
out of me. I think I'll be okay, but I just want to thank the Don't Waste My Time School of Dramatic Arts for the training that allowed me to do that reading with that kind of enthusiasm. So anyway, so this is a fascinating post. Obviously, this is a beautiful person who did a beautiful thing, who immediately went to their social media to tell the entire world about what they did. I think, I mean, this post is there's so much that's interesting about it. First of all, this person must have money. The person lives in Chelsea, which is a nice part of Manhattan. They're at this fancy grocery store. I mean, Chameleon Coffees, I don't even know what that is, but it sure sounds bougie to me.
And avocados. I mean, my God. I've had an avocado every now and then, but
yeah,
picking up avocado. I mean, I don't know. That sounds like a very different kind of.
This person probably makes homemade guacamole. So, and then the letters that this person expects everybody to understand: POC, person of color, electronic. I think it's electronic benefits transaction card, and ESL, English as a second language. Like, of course, everybody knows what these things are. And the whole kicker of it is not only is this person saying this very nice thing he did, the kicker at the end is to beg people to behave just like this person
like him. Yep.
Please, please, please do something kind for a stranger today, just like I did.
Yeah.
So that's, I mean, how much, I don't know how much good there was in the world by doing this. I mean, it was a lovely gesture to someone else, but, giving the same amount of money to a food bank could help more people more efficiently. But we don't, when most people give to a charity, they don't immediately run to Facebook and say they did it. Although there's pressure with that, like with birthdays, please give to my charity and all that. But yeah, I don't know.
Right. Well, and it brings up the question of do you do a good deed because it's a good thing to do, or do you do it to make yourself feel better and to make yourself feel, or to assure yourself that you are a good person? And these are feelings that we all, even in our self-righteous podcast world, we all deal with these sorts of thoughts and things every day, but we really see these kinds of feelings and questions really out in the open in these posts, and so it really makes you think.
Yeah. All right, well, let's move on. Go ahead.
I have seen a lot of black boxes today from white people who have otherwise been silent. You need to do more. Going dark today only works if you are doing other work to actively support the black community. And then it lists a bunch of other things.
Right. So people may remember that there was a day over the summer when people would make their profile image all black, and that was supposed to be a symbol that you supported the Black Lives Matter movement. So this person gives lots of suggestions. Some of them are actually very lovely.
Yeah, they're great.
But again, it's the way it's couched. I just think, it's basic psychology. You want to reward people for doing the right thing, so they're going to want to do it again. You don't want to punish somebody for doing the right thing, so they don't want to do the right thing anymore. So I guess I picture the granny at home who has her granddaughter help her make her profile black out because she wants she's never done anything like this before, and she wants to show that she cares and that she's going to do the movement, and it took a lot of courage for her to do. And
then the first step, yeah.
And then and the next thing you know, she's going through her feed and she gets this, you have to do more. And then she's like, oh heavens. Oh my gosh, I don't know if I can do all of these things. Guess I won't do anything like that again.
Right. And then there you go.
Yeah, I mean, you can be totally different. You can say, I see a lot of, black boxes. That's really great. I'm so happy so many people support the movement. If you're interested, these are some other things that can really help. It's just a different tone. You're saying the same thing, and you're getting, and I think you get more accomplished instead of this anger. So many of these posts are just like, I feel like white people yelling at each other.
Yep.
For not behaving in a perfect sense while everybody else is laughing. Yeah. So.
Right. Yeah.
All right, let's go on. All right. Oh, so I'm going to do a dramatic one. All right. So this person is female, so my voice is going to go up a little bit for this one. I just want to say to every Black person I know that if you need a listening ear, if you need to vent, if you're tired and scared, I'm here for you. If there's anything you need me to do, anything at all, please reach out. And if you'd like me to periodically check up on you, let me know. I can do that too if you need. Heart, heart, heart. Also, totally down to deliver the fruits of my stress baking if that'd help too. Hi. So this person is probably a sweetheart. I mean, if you look at at the profile image, you know, she's like whiter than white, red hair, you know. Uh, I mean, this kind of epitomizes a lot of what I think many of us were going through. It's a helpless feeling. We have no idea what to do, how to make things better. And a lot of this is coming down to how we appear. And we want to appear woke. We want to appear like we support the cause. And the way this person chose to support it is to say, I mean, I don't know who this person's friends are. I don't know how many of her like hundreds and hundreds of friends are Black. Um, I don't know, but you know, maybe not that many. Maybe she could have picked up the phone and said, "Hey, your
Yeah.
friend, how you doing?"
If we're on a call, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like if I, you know, if I mean, if I saw this and this was like I was Black and this was addressed to me, I don't think my first reaction would be like, "Oh, okay, I'm gonna call this person." Uh, you know, because it's just also it just feels a little bit showy. Just
It
kind of,
does, yeah.
I mean, I do understand the idea of like wanting to publicly show your support for something.
No, it's performative, and
Right,
that's what a lot of this it's performative digital activism, more or less,
right,
and I
right,
think that's what we're really dealing with a lot of the
right.
time.
I mean, it's just it's sort of like you know, like when you're at a party and you see somebody that you haven't seen in a while, or somebody sees you haven't seen in a while, and the other person says to me, "Oh, we should get together. Call me." It's like, call me, you call me.
Right,
You know,
right. Just call.
like you're putting the, you know, it's kind of one of those. I mean, I do think there are other ways to show that you're supportive of it. You know, like I mean, I did go to some protests and I checked in at them. I showed that I was there, and I felt like that made it clear where I stood. I think there are things like that you can do, but this is just funny. Like, it's a little, I don't know, is patronizing the word? Like to all the
Yeah,
Black people, to all the Black people I know, you can call me. I just it's weird. I don't know.
I know. Oh my
I
gosh.
know I know she means well. I know, and yeah. All right. And actually, I think this next post is one of the best from the pandemic. It's a wonderful comedian, Sarah Cooper, who wrote, "It is so exhausting being everybody's one Black friend right now." You just know that like that other person's like Black friend is on that post, like, why didn't you just call me? So, instead of posting in front of
Yep.
your 999 other friends. So, um, yeah, so I thought that was a great little post and kind of summed things up and gave me a nice laugh. So as we wrap up,
Opioid prescriber training program. Yeah.
um, we wanted to ask our viewers if they want, if there's, we have some questions for our viewers because we respect you and love you, and we want to know how you feel. Um, in honor of Benny, Lenny's new cat, we're asking, do you like posts about pets? What makes a good pet post? And you can let us know by emailing us at don'twastemytimepodcast@gmail.com. You can show us examples of good pet posts, examples of bad pet posts, and you can actually send any kind of interesting post you see, good, bad, anything that violates our commandments, anything that
Strictly complies with our commandments.
yeah,
We definitely
like
love
good
those.
posts. Generally good posts are either amusing or useful.
Yeah.
And those are the best kinds of posts. So we'd love to see more of that, and we look forward to seeing you for our next episode, whenever that may be.
We do, and we look forward to hearing from you.
Yeah.
We love hearing from all you.
Yeah. Have a good day. Have a good morning. Have a good evening whenever you're listening to this, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.